Hello, BB Gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Wormer, and this is my first ever playthrough of the 100-line Last Defense Academy. We're on the second scenario, and I tried to act assertive in front of Eito, but the truth is, I still have plenty of lingering doubts and insecurities. Can we say understandable? We don't have many days left now. There's bound to be another attack sooner or later. I have to be prepared for when it comes. And we have some free time. We got the max bonding rank for 2 characters, and now we're going to work on going and doing max bonding rank for Hiruko. We have 21 days left. I'm assuming we're going to day 100, right? It seems at this point like it'd be weird if they ended on day 85 or something, right? There was a chance that when we got into the 70s and 60s that they were going to end it there. But I'm thinking it's just, yeah, the way things are going. I think now that we've gotten into the last 20 days, the last 20 days can go by rather fast, depending on what you do. So I think it is one of those things that, like, we could have like 2 episodes left, we could have 3 episodes left, I'm not sure.
Thank you. This makes me happy.
Yeah, and Hiruko, as always, making Hiruko happy, greatest thing in the world. Oh, wow. Wow, we're already another bonding rank.
What an abominable truth we've learned. The regular life I'd come to abhor.
Wow.
So much was nothing but a fabrication.
Dude, so the bonding events literally changed. Like, is that how you guys are gonna have to? You haven't seen the episode I was talking about this yet, but it seems like a lot of stuff seems to like be different if you do the bonding ranks in this route. Maybe, unless maybe you just couldn't do them. I'm not sure.
I wanted a life that wasn't normal, but not like this.
Again, she wanted to fight, but obviously, like, it's become way darker than she ever thought, right?
Still, moping around accomplishes nothing when we have better things to be thinking about.
I suppose. But, like, a bit of moping, not bad. Sometimes it's okay to mope. Sometimes it's okay to be a bit of a moper, you know?
We have our whole lives ahead of us.
Hiruko.
We can do anything and be anyone we want.
Whoa. Hiruko saying this, like, for some reason it hits even harder than anyone else saying it, right? This is like when Eva said, like, oh, you're, like, I'm proud to be your friends. It's like, where they started and where they are now.
Let's all move forward. Together.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, this hits so hard because it's Hiruko. I'm 100%, first of all, amazing. I'm 100% convinced that those bonding ranks are different on different routes. So I gotta ask you guys. And this, you can answer this, by the way, you can answer it no problem. Do you guys think that on other routes, you know, when we eventually, if we want to do other routes or eventually go back to other routes or something like that as well, do you guys think that if you do the bonding ranks again, like, are we just locked out of them, or can you, like, do them again? And then, can you do them again and then get a different scenario for the last rank or something? Because it seems like that, like, Hiruko's has already changed, so rank 4 has changed already. Like, it's not like they would, like, they have locked us out in the Zombie's one before, but would they lock us out of, Hiruko's as well? Would they lock us out of Ima's? Because they've changed significantly. So I wonder if, like, if you could reset them or something like that. It's interesting. Now we have still, oh, that was rank 5? Was it? Man, can I tell you this right now? Sometimes, like, I will remember, like, a random fact from, like, 20 years ago. But sometimes I'll forget something that's, like, right in front of me all this time. Okay, so let's work on a different character then. I guess we can. Who should we work on then? Let's see. So, I would have wanted to work on Darumi. That was the one who was next. And, like, Yoshika, oh, this is awful. Yugamu. Honestly, guys, can I be completely honest with you? I want to get more depth in Yugamu. I know it sounds maybe crazy, but I'm worried. The only thing I'm worried about with Yugamu is, like, what's he gonna say for the first few ranks? You know, I'm worried the first few ranks is just gonna be being like, oh, what are you talking about? Wait, Tsubasa. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. So Tsubasa or Yugamu? That's my thought process. You know what? This can be the incentive to come back. We'll go back and forth, right? That can be a good incentive to go back. Now, if I can look up the gifts that Tsubasa likes, because again, a commenter, a very lovely commenter, thank you so much for that as well, as always, wrote that list of the gifts that you can give. So let's check this out here. But man, we have like 81 days left. I don't think we're going to get much of 5 ranks, but that's, again, it's incentive to come back always, right? And the incentive is already, it's a great game, but it's also another incentive, right? So if I go list, I think was the word I usually use. List. The YouTube Studio app has so many different parameters now. It's actually crazy. Like, it's like you do newest first published, you know, unresponded, all this stuff. It's like really crazy. I can't see it. It's probably a word that people have used a lot though, like the idea of like a tier list or something like that as well, or like a list of whatever. Maybe GIFs might be a better idea. Maybe. No, I just think there's a lot of the word list comes up a lot, I guess. You know what's freaking happening? They're putting the word listen into this as well. There it is. Gift is better. Okay. So if you go Tsubasa first then. I'm guessing it's going to be probably mechanical stuff, right? Toolkit. Gas can. Towel, fast food, motorcycle. The motorcycle model. Do you have a motorcycle model? Landscape picture. Oh, sorry, that's not a different one. That's wait. Eito? Maybe. Factory photo book, film camera. Okay, let's just see what we have here. Fast food. Extremely low cost. Extremely low cost here, guys. That is a gift and a half to give if that's how low the cost is. Pretty good.
Is this for me? Wow! You have no idea how happy you just made me.
My God, the enthusiasm. Tsubasa, we would go to the ends of the earth, honestly, to find this fast food. In fact, it was the last burger there. I had to literally beat up 12 people who are black belts. Don't ask me how I did it. Seriously, don't ask me how I did it. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. Yeah, okay, I think it's a good idea. Go back and forth with Yugumu and Tsubasa now.
At ease, soldiers.
Whoa.
It's time to hit the hay.
You okay, buddy?
Another day of fine work, everyone. You've done well.
What's gonna happen?
For each other and for humanity.
Creeping me out here.
Get some shut-eye and take care. Well then, good night.
What's gonna happen? Nothing? Okay. I thought we were gonna get a wow, like the alarm. The nighttime announcement changed now too. Now that nothing makes much difference at this point. I better go to bed so we're ready what happens tomorrow. Okay, I thought there was gonna be an alarm. I settled down to close my eyes and let my soft, nurturing darkness envelop me. It was just a different nighttime thing. Like I thought it was gonna be like a trigger to something different happening, but it wasn't.
For you, stand tall with your comrades and step
it's so interesting because now he's doing the rah-rah like
most difficult mission.
Do it for mankind, you know?
To the special
yeah, it's awful. It's awful. It's so awful to me. I hate it. Better get going to the cafeteria. Better get going indeed. Like, I still love this game to death, by the way. I want to make that abundantly clear, you know, because I think it's like one of those things where, like, I've been harping on Saray, but I think you guys know, like, how much I love this game. Like, and more, like, I just, like, fall in love with it deeper and deeper whenever any reveal happens and our, like, bonding event happens. Like, even, like, some of the darkest moments I still love because they make the lighter moments, like, so important to the story, too, you know? We're just 20 days left. The end is finally in sight. We still gotta be sure exactly what will happen to us once the war is over. Not only that, but the final battle is bound to be the fiercest we face yet, yeah. We can't let the guard down. With her characteristic brisk attitude, Hiruko strode away before I could answer. But we know that, like, with Hiruko, while she is, like, someone who, like, seemed pretty heartless at first, she's grown to be, like, a character that is, like, actually pretty fantastic to be around. A great, like, second-in-command leader, someone who's very much good at, like... I feel like that's, like, what, like, a good second-in-command does, and she is, like, our second-in-command, basically, when it comes to, like, our leadership. And the reason why she's so fantastic is, like... A lot of people here. Is that, like, we'll make a decision, and she'll, like, almost, like, be the first person to step up and be like, we're standing by this. You know what I mean? She's fantastic at that stuff. But she's also like good at like helping us move forward too, you know? She's good at that stuff. She really is. What's the facial expressions? Eito's here again. Hey Eito, how are you doing, bud? You just come here every morning now, huh? Honestly, at this stage, it's just like, okay, you know, what am I supposed to do?
Huh?
This is another one of your schemes to sow seeds of discord and destroy the team from the inside. I don't, like, Ema, like, you're 100% right to suspect this. The only reason I don't think it's going to happen is, like, there's, like, 20 days left. If the plan is happening, it's already in motion. You know what I mean? He already has a plan in motion if there is a plan. I told you, I'm done with all that. Have a little faith. I do think it's about time we ascertained your loyalties lie, Atsuki. Where did your loyalty? Your loyalties were against us for a while, Saray. I can't believe I'm saying this. Saray, don't be, we can talk to Eito about his loyalties. You don't talk to Eito, okay? You don't get to talk to Eito. Were you fighting with the others to save humanity? Don't bother. After everything you've done, I can never trust you. And this is, again, these fair answers of like not being able to trust Eito. But I am in the mindset now of just like he is like an ultra victim of this entire situation as well. Again, first route Eito, there's no excuse for the murdering and killing he did as well. Second route Eito, there's no excuse for the betrayal that he did to us as well. I want to make that perfectly clear. In 2 timelines, he did horrific stuff to us in terms of his betrayal against us. He did. This is just factual, right? And again, he tried to kill us again this route. So it's totally understandable that people would not trust him, right? 110%. I just also want to acknowledge that, like, I'm just like, man, I hope he can get some help. I really do, you know? That there, but also this route as well. If you say you've changed, I know it's all too well that you're what you're capable of. I refuse to set myself up for you to betray us again. And there's that dark look on his face again. I don't mind if you want to leave your cage, just as long as you don't cause any trouble. But I won't allow you to back out back on the team. That's where I draw the line. Wow. I don't want you giving him in his infuse again either. Whoa, talk about giving an order to Saray. Whatever you say. Wow. Turning to Saray and giving Saray an order? I agree. Entrusting ourselves to someone who's already betrayed us once would be sheer folly. And we don't want him ruining everything and rendering Ava's sacrifice meaningless. Yeah, I think so too. Ava's sacrifice was for information 100%, but man, I'm never going to go over it. That's fair. I don't think I could stand fighting alongside repulsive creatures like you again. Anyway, there's something to Eito, right? He's breaking a little bit. You know, he's thinking about stuff. He's being introspective. I wonder where that's going to lead. I want to make it clear, so when I say like, oh, he's like an ultra victim, he is. He's an ultra victim of this entire situation. Like, what happened to him is actually just absolutely disgusting. You know, it's one of those things that, like, if I put it, not that you would rank the disgusting memories they put in someone's head. Obviously, like, I think, like, you know, you have to look at like the Rumi and Ima and Kako as like, no, they're like top 1. You know what I mean? If you did, again, you would never rank it, but I'm saying, like, in terms of what are the most disgusting. Like, Eito's way up there and, like, stuff where it's like, that's horrible that you would even, like, put that in someone's head. They're all disgusting, like, on the base level. But what they put in his head is just awful. It's absolutely awful. Actually, you're just so annoying. I'm just gonna ignore you from now on. Look at this. Look at the eyeliner on our angel. Look at him. He wears eyeliner. And he looks good with the eyeliner. If nobody wants me here, then I guess I'll go back to my cage. Sorry, may I see you in the war room later? I have an idea I'd like to discuss with you. This is one thing that I would suspect that the team would not be happy with, right? No! You're not planning to destroy me again to take your infuser back by force, are you? Because again, that doesn't make any sense, really, right? Again, it's not like I don't think Eito, like right now, if Eito already has a plan to do something to us, it's already in motion. I want to make that clear. It's already happening. It started on like day 60 or something, you know what I mean? But I imagine that the crew wouldn't be too happy about this. Please give me some credit. Everyone would know if it was me right away. This is just a little request I want you to consider. A little request? With that critical remark, Eito left the cafeteria. I think one of the biggest problems I would have, like, again, my problem with Eito is that the stuff that he did in this route, he tried to kill us. He did. He caused a lot of havoc. He is one of the reasons why, like, there was like a lot, like Nigo's gone. Like, it was a horrific thing he was doing. Like, he was encouraging this team that was trying to destroy us, right? Of course, I want to make it clear as well. They were also on the right side of history for their own way, right? But you have to look from the perspective of this crew. It's not just like, oh, like, yeah, they will say, like, yeah, they're on the right side of history in terms of them defending their planet. But they're also going to remember that this dude did betray them technically and tried to fight them. That's what they're going to remember. And they remember in the first route all the stuff he did as well. That's totally fair. There's a lack of trust for Saray for me personally. There's a lack of trust in Saray. I trust Saray less than I trust Eito right now. So like, I imagine the team would have been upset by that, but I guess like it's one of those situations where like they can't control every aspect that's going on in the school, you know? You better tell us anything weird. There you go. There it is, right there. Yeah. I just thought like maybe the protest in the moment. Yeah, that's there it is. Of course, you keep forgetting I'm on your side. You're on humanity's side. By the way, is Shion not coming today either? Yeah, I'm glad they added in there. Again, I should never, it wasn't me doubting the game. I just like thought like, I was like, oh, that's weird they didn't protest while he was talking. But no, they said it right after, once again, as always. And I praise the game for that all the time, but like, you know, that's just one of those times where I was like, maybe not impatient, but I was just like waiting for something to happen that didn't happen in the moment it happened. You could say that's impatient, right? We all get make a mistake like that every once in a while, and I'll make mistakes again, you know? And the game said, hey, shush. Here's our protest, you know? It happens, yeah. I miss him and his burning passion too. We don't have much time left to spend with him. Truer words were never spoken. In our 20 days, our work here will be done, and Shion. With nothing more to discuss, we finished our breakfast and returned to our rooms. Yeah, I don't know how long is left in this game. With the way that this goes, it could be, again, as I said, like 5 days. No, I mean like in terms of hours. Like it's 20 days, I think, but it could be like, you know, the 10 days could go across in an hour. One day could be 3 hours. You never know with this game. If we don't do something to keep ourselves occupied, we'll probably end up dwelling on things that better head out for a while. Let's go get some more stuff for Tsubasa. We're going to get a bonding rank with Tsubasa today. Yeah, I hope that makes sense what I'm saying with Eito. Like, I think the thing I always dwell on with that character is that, like, yes, he is 100% a victim of this whole situation. Yes, he was technically fighting for the right side that was fighting against us for their planet. He joined, like, the right side. Look at this. 2 of my favorite characters in one space. 100%. But I'm talking about from the perspective of our team. They know we betrayed them 3 times now. Twice, I guess, in the canon of this route. So it is one of those situations where you can understand that they would kind of be like, I don't trust you. But also they need to understand as well that, like, if they don't trust Eito, like, I just wouldn't trust Saray either, to be honest. Like, I feel like it's both, like, you know, it makes sense for both of them, honestly. So having them both talk at the same time, you know?
Wow! You have no idea how
He's so
happy you just
enthusiastic.
made me.
Tsubasa legitimately, I went into this mom and pa burger place. I said, can I have 10,000 burgers to the mom and pa burger shop? And they said, oh no, are you following one of those TikToks? And I said, no, I'm just literally going to stockpile them and give one of them to Tsubasa. They went, oh, Tsubasa, you can have 20,000 on the house. So I have a lot of them stockpiled. I'm just going to say this right now. A lot of them stockpiled. Very cool pose, Hiruko. I actually tried to give the burger to Hiruko at 1.2 and she said double it and give it to the next person. Nozomi and Takumi almost kiss. Double and give it to the next person. What? Double and yeah, whatever. Double and give it to the next person. My favorite comedy sketches are the ones where, like, again, I'm not like trying to bring down any other creator, like whatever, like everyone's, you know, doing their own thing. But my favorite comedy sketches like the opposite of those, where someone goes like, "Hey, double it and give it to the next person." The person goes, "I'll take it." No, you don't understand. I mean, like, double it and give it to the next person. Yeah, I will take this $1, but it's just $1. You could double it and someone else will get $2. Yeah, I want $1. Give me the $1. I love that stuff. It's really funny to me. I like you know, parodies of like videos like that. They're always very fun, and if they're like very clever as well, you know.
Is this for me? Wow!
What a wow!
You have no idea how happy you just made me.
I'm glad. I'm very glad. Yeah, like when I had all the stockpile of burgers, and like the police came along and were like, I heard you're hoarding burgers. There's a burger shortage here in this town. And they had their billy clubs and they were like hitting their hand. I'm like, officer, please. You don't understand. This is for Tsubasa. And he said, I don't know anything about no Tsubasa. And then from behind, the biggest gangster family in the town beat up the guards. And they said, Tsubasa's all right by us. Godspeed. And yeah, that's how it happened. That's how you got these burgers. Wait.
I still can't believe it. of my memories.
What the hell? All the bonds are... We can't do the bonding ranks because they all go to automatic rank 5 now. They all go to rank 5 so we can talk... Oh my god. That's what happened with... Because I was wondering with Hiruko, I was like, she was on rank 3. Does it reset for... It must reset for the next route to where they were originally. These are just different rankings. We can't do different bonding ranks because obviously they're like in different situations or different ideas. They can't talk about their homeland or where they were from because they know it's not real, technically. That's crazy. The way they program different bonding events for a different route like this. Very impressed. I am very impressed. Still can't believe my memories are fake.
My family. Grandpa's
Oh,
workshop.
Tsubasa, the tears are welling up.
All of my friends. I won't believe that none of them are real. Maybe they're all actually still there. In the Tokyo residential complex.
Man, how heartbreaking is that like you're still like, no, I have to believe they're still real. I have to.
I hope so, anyway. I really hope so.
These bonding events are like showcasing like just like not only just like people supporting each other, but people like, you know, how they're feeling, each individual are feeling about what's happening with this stuff now. And it's very dark in a way, but also at the same time too, it's like, it's so emotional. Like poor Tsubasa here, like is just remembering, hey, she had like all these loved ones. We all had these loved ones. And to think that they just never even like actually ever gave us a hug or ever actually physically were like there.
Oh. I'm sorry.
No.
You're being concerned about me and
Oh,
all
no,
I'm
no,
doing
no.
is moping.
No, mope all you want. Mope, I'll be here. Mope.
I'm still struggling to sort out my feelings.
Of course.
But sitting around and being gloomy won't solve anything.
Yeah, but sometimes it's good. Sometimes you need to just like sit there for a bit and think. You know, if you want to cry, you cry.
Thanks for coming to talk to me, Takumi. I feel a little better now.
Oh my god, this absolute saint. Man, like... That's crazy. We get a rank 5 with Tsubasa from that too. But like, yeah, like as I said, these like different like types of
At ease. Another. Get some
these different types of interactions now that we like have gotten the truth about this stuff. It's changed the bonding ranks. That's why I was so shocked when Hiruko got to rank 5. I was like, I thought it was on 3. But it seems like it's changed for everybody. So the Ima rank 5 we got was not the real rank 5. And the Nozomi rank 5 was not the real rank 5. Or I guess it is a real rank 5 technically in this route. Because they're all real. Every route is technically canon. Even like the creator of the game said, like, you know, you play as much as you want or as little as you want, and that's all going to be your canon route, which I think is really, really fantastic. But yeah, like, I just feel so bad for Tsubasa, like. And again, it's a natural feeling to be like, I can't believe that they're not real. They're part of my memories. It's already time for bed. Now that I'm all on my own, I can't help thinking about, well, everything. Is it really what we should be doing? Did I make the right choice? I know it's for humanity's future and ours too, but that doesn't change the fact that we're going to commit a major yes, 100%. I don't need anyone to tell me how terrible what we're going to do is. I know we're not the heroes of the story, yeah? This last 20 days are non-heroic times. We made our choice. We'll walk this path together. It is a crazy thing. We have chosen to do the bad route in order for personal happiness, and it's an interesting route. It's an interesting route indeed.
Get for you. Glory to the.
I hate the rah stuff. I'm just I'm waiting for like the alarm. The 81. We're getting close and close to the 100. I know the happy ending I was hoping for isn't waiting for us anymore. It's not. Yeah, it's definitely not. But I still have to keep going. That's my decision and no one else's. I'll head to the cafeteria first. Everyone should be there. So no battle today, I'm guessing. But then again, it could happen in the cafeteria. I'm just like clenching every time like it happens. I clench my fist because I'm like, and like tensing on my shoulders. Like, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen now? I don't have the capacity to make a decision, nor do I have the right. That's why it really helps that you make the choices around here, Takumi. I'll go along with anything you say. I just end up lost and confused, otherwise I'm a spineless speaking like that. You should give your input whenever you want to, whenever you can. Sorry for spending my... Okay, Shoma. With that, Shoma scampered away. I know like we have to do his bonding rank, and we should do it at some point, because I feel like, you know, one of like the and again, I'm never gonna insult Shoma for being down on himself, because obviously like it's a mental thing, right? Of course it is. It's how he's how the memories are programmed in his brain to make him feel this way, right? But it's just like nearly every conversation we have with Shoma is I suck. And it's like, buddy, like, I'd love to have a conversation with you, you know? And I imagine even his bonding ranks are going to end with him going like, I thank you for everything, but I still suck. You know, it's like, every time, it's just like, how is he going to say he sucks this time? You know what I mean? Every character there on the list, right, even though they have their own personality traits that still stay there, I feel like within the story, they have like changed quite a bit. And while Shoma has changed to the point that he has like fought so much for the things, and he's, you know, the recent thing he just did, he did a crazy thing recently, right? But then he kind of just goes back to being like, I suck, you know? But now, in fairness, though, I will say the one thing that has changed is now he does have that trauma in his eyes over what happened with Ava. I want to be fair about that. I just think that like a lot of other characters like Ima and Kako and Gaku, and, you know, even like the likes of like Tsubasa and even Hiruko and stuff, I guess, have like progressed quite a bit. I don't know. It's interesting. I just have to do the bonding ranks, I guess. No sign of Eito. Saray, what did you talk about yesterday? Oh, nothing too important, but forget it. No. We're not doing, we can't do forget about it. After 80, you did like 70 days of don't worry about it. You've only got 20 days left, so let's, no, don't let him do this. Don't let him do this. You can't let him do this again. How about we huddle? I'm not doing some lame ass hell. I'm not in the mood. You okay? Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, what I'm saying, are you okay? All the stuff that's happening around us. We can't let Saray do that. Saray spent 70 of the days of this our time here basically saying, oh, don't worry about it. And it turned out to be the biggest worry about it ever. You know? Don't let him away with this. I can't get myself to feel positive either. I'm still unsure if this is the right choice. I'm only doing this because we want to survive. I'm not in favor of this war at all. I figure we all felt that way. I see you're all still tormented by the truth then. How about I scrub those memories of yours? How about you just like, you go find a place to sit for the next 20 days. Get bent. We ain't gonna let you dick us around like that again. I know I keep going over this about Shion. Is there really no way for us to save him? Well, you see. Shion. I told you don't have to worry about me. Shion. I'm happy to go be friends with, I got to be friends with all of you. That's enough for me. I've accepted my fate, now you have to too. It will only hurt if you dwell on it. Oh man, Shion, he breaks my heart. Okay, I get it, sorry. And Tsubasa and Shion feel like destined to have a connection with each other, right? Like in terms of like their the bond that they have. It's always very, very beautiful how like they get along so well, you know? More importantly, since you decided to fight, it's better that you focus on that. Veshness is not a foe you'll be able to beat without putting all your all into it. That's not even half it. I'd say she's practically unbeatable. Oh my god, he's adorable. Look at him as he says this very horrifying thing. No, we can beat her. We'll find a way to win. Or make one of our own. Make a way to win. Kako, that's such a beautiful way of putting it. Well, what's certain is that she's a super tough baddie. We have to act like we're about to fight the dead man himself. The dead man himself, which is the Undertaker, is the dead man, who was considered to be the measuring stick of his wrestling company. Now he just kind of like he I don't know, he kind of sucks. He's just always just like being a bit rude and stuff, I guess. But yeah, he was considered the measuring stick of the time, and like kind of like the final boss of SmackDown, the show. I'm sure a lot of different opinions on this. After all, it's impossible to come in consensus on what the fate of the planet should be. I'm sure you have different feelings about the humans who made you. One thing is clear. You need to defeat Veshness if you want to survive. Jesus Christ. So as long as she's alive, there's no future awaiting you. Let's all work together and take her down. I'll do what I can to help. I'm so curious as to how this is going to end. Because if it's just a smooth sailing thing where we're able to defeat it and then we just commit this atrocity, that's like, I mean, that would be monumental. But I wonder. Yeah, Shion's right. We need to focus on killing Veshness first. We ain't gonna beat her if we don't get our heads in the game. And how about a huddle? I don't want to huddle. Go huddle yourself. Honestly, yes. Thank you, Shion. You're right. We shouldn't be hesitating. You've helped us leave some of our doubts behind us. Oh well, I just want to help out a little. A little, he says. It's so reassured to have him on our side. His words hit that much harder because of who he is. After that encouraging conversation, we finished our breakfast and went back to our rooms. It's like Shion says. Now that we decide to fight, we need to focus on that. Right now, Veshnis is league stronger than the last time, than she was last time. She's an impossibly powerful foe. All because I came back and made her stronger. True. But there's no use crying about it. I need to use all the strength I have to defeat her. Whoa. I thought it was going to be free time. Yeah, this is like, it's a scary situation because like, it's one of those things like, we made the decision, obviously, that was already very difficult. The decision to eradicate this planet, right? And obviously I didn't make the decision. I was just going along with the route. You know, me putting my hands up in the air, honestly, like it's a horrible thing that's about to happen. It's horrific. But now there's also the idea of like, well, actually implementing that idea is much harder than you think because you have to deal with Veshnis, and whatever that battle is going to be is probably going to be tough as nails. Who could it be? Early in the morning. I swallowed dryly as I stared at the person standing on the other side. Oh my god! Hello, Doc. We may have a moment of your time for Eito to just show up like this. Eito, what are you doing here? You don't need to put your guard up. I have a small request, that's all. There's something I'd like you to go out and get for me. What? I'll reward you, of course. Now then, what I need is he doesn't even wait for us to accept. Hold on, don't just railroad me into agreeing. Why should I do it? Honestly, that is comedically, that was one of the funniest things ever. Eito going, knock, knock, knock. Hey, Takumi, I need you to help me with something. You need to go and get something. What I need is this and this and this. Like, without even hearing our acceptance. That is kind of funny. I can't go out myself. I can't fight. And there's no one else I can ask except my magnanimous team leader, is there? Please, I really need this. Won't you at least hear me out? What is it? Like the biting of the teeth. Exactly. And here's the thing, again, it doesn't, like, it is still, the wounds are still fresh, you know? I'll pay you back, I promise. Oh my god, the wink as well. He's probably one of the most, I think in terms of like interesting characters, is probably like one of the most interesting characters in the entire game, right? For sure. For sure.
Hey!
I don't need anything from you. Stay right where you are. As you wish, I'll stay right here to your back. In my room? He's actually very funny. And he's just gonna keep this up until I came. He's actually so funny.
Hey!
Fine, whatever, I'll help. Fine, I'll stay there until you're back. Just stares. Thank you, Takumi. I know I can count on our team leader. We'll go wait for you in the cafeteria. You're just a nuisance here. All right, here's what I want you to get for me. Black lenses, glasses frames. Simple, right? What? I'll wait for you to come back. I'm counting on you, Takumi. With that, Eito left the room with a great big smile on his face. That is hilarious. That is one of the most hilarious moments in the entire game. He's so unaware of anything around him. I'll wait. You know what he reminds me of? You know that friend who's overstayed their welcome, like after a party, and they're still there, like next day at 3 p.m. and like the cleaning's all done, everyone else has gone home, and they're sitting on the couch, and you're kind of like, hey, I might have to go get some food. Okay, I'll wait. It's like, no, I mean, like I'm probably gonna go out and get some food. Oh, sure, like I'll see you when you come back. No, I need to. See, it's probably going to take a while. It's going to be a few hours. Oh, dude, you got like a lot of movies on this. I can watch some movies. Nah, you know what's actually so strange? My roommates are coming back soon, and they said that they don't really want anyone here when they get back. Oh, I can hide up in your room. It's like, it's like that, but like surprisingly less annoying, you know? Eito is less annoying. I mean, but what choice do I have? The things that he wants aren't easy enough to find. I should go and see if anyone wants to come with me and head out. Honestly, like, I think our best bet is asking, like, I don't know, probably like Shoma or something. You know? Do we just go... Wait, just use fire extinguisher? Okay. I guess maybe they're saying we could bring anybody? Oh, we can bring anyone. Okay, fantastic. So... We're not really, like, again, we're probably going to be skipping this if we can, so I might as well, like, let's see. Kako's been down, so we'll go on a little field trip with Kako. Tsubasa's also been down as well. And you know what? Here's the thing. We'll go with different people tomorrow as well. We need to go on some field trips because people are feeling a bit down, right? For sure. Let's go. People are feeling a bit down.
Shall we?
Go on a field trip. Have a chat. You know. Not think about it too much. I'll wait. That was the funniest moment in this game. Eito gives the energy of you walking into you walk into like a community center and he hands you a hammer and nails and goes, okay, get going, you know? So there's water over here. Yes, thank you so much. The pacing of this like is so much more amazing. The fact they're able to do this, like, it's actually incredible. What they're able to do is, okay, looks like I have everything Eito asked for. I better go back to school. You know what I mean? It makes the pacing incredible. We might not even need to go the second day. Okay, we went on a field trip anyway with some characters. We went our separate ways once we were back at school, and I headed back to the cafeteria where Eito was waiting for me. Welcome back, Takumi. How did it go? Did you find what I asked for? Can I say what kind of strength Eito must have to look at us and see us as like nothing but monsters, and the fact that he can also smell, like it's and I think brains can trick you into smelling stuff, right? I think maybe I'm wrong, but like he even smells, we even smell putrid. We're the most disgusting things he's ever seen, but still he, like, even if it's fake, like I wouldn't be able to fake this cheeriness. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to do it. I handed over the items that Eito had requested. Well done as always. Thank you. This is such a big help. What are you planning on using this for? Oh, there's just a little something I wanted to make in the Gift-O-Matic. The Gift-O-Matic? What are you making? A tattoo? You don't have to be so suspicious. It's nothing that's going to hurt you, any of you. If it's going to harm anyone, I suppose it would be me. What? Anyway, thanks to you, I have everything I need, and my mind is made up. Made up about what? You're all going to meet me in the cafeteria tomorrow Wait, you'll just have to look forward to finding out then. What are you doing? I don't think it will, actually. Don't say that. Just enjoy the surprise. Wait, he's making, like, glasses, right? Is it something to do with his vision and what he can see of us? Eito left the cafeteria with his usual faint grin plastered on his face. What is up with him? I wonder if that's what it is. Exhausted from my conversation with Eito and all of our searching, I spent the rest of the day in my room resting. Very interesting that we're doing this. Very interesting. I'm actually incredibly excited to see what it is. Yeah, whatever it is, I'm sure it'll be interesting anyway. It was something that said something would happen in the cafeteria this morning. I don't know what he has planned, but I don't have a good feeling about it. I should probably get to the cafeteria anyway. Yeah, we're going there anyway, aren't we? Hello, my boy. How are you? Good morning, Mrs. Sumino. So last night I saw Mr. Otsuki and Sarai sneaking around. I'm worried they might be plotting something. I thought I'd better report it to you, team leader. Thank you so much, Ima. That's very, very responsible of you. Thank you so much. This is another one of our favorite characters, by the way. I love him to pieces. Oh, great hair. Now then, I have a new recipe to work on in the cafeteria. You do you. Eito and Sarai, what are the two's up? We know what they're up. They said right in front of us they were going to talk. They said right in front of us. But I guess we didn't know they were sneaking around. That's true. That's true. We didn't know they were sneaking around. I'm super excited. Super nervous. But let's see. There was no sign of Eito when I got to the cafeteria. Where's Eito? Don't tell me you're worried about him. No, not worried, just... Why would he say all that stuff just to not show up? What is he up to? By the way, Sarai isn't here either. What's going on? And that very moment... It's sunglasses. Sarai came to the cafeteria leading Eito by hand. Yeah. Wait, what do you mean leading Eito by hand? What do you mean leading Eito by hand? Sorry for the wait, soldier. What do you mean? Huh? Oh god, what did he do to his eyes? The wait for what? Why were you two holding hands? When did you get so friendly with each other? Sarai and Eito was sitting in a tree. Moko, I know this seems funny from the outside, you know, like it's an unusual sight to see them holding hands, but what did you do? It's not like that. He's just lending me a hand, as it were. You're trying to look badass with the shades because you look like a goof to me. What is Come on, I went out of my way to make these with the Gift-O-Matic. Hold on, the Gift-O-Matic? Don't tell you made me go exploring so you can make a pair of sunglasses. Oh no, I don't. I think it's one of the situations from the outside perspective we realize kind of what might be going on here, but everyone in the room doesn't see it. And that's just, again, like, it's one of those things that's like, I know it's good writing, but it just makes me feel so tense, and that's the whole point. I know there's something up here. They did something to his vision in some way. They have to have. But everyone just thinks you just got a pair of sunglasses. Of course I did.
Hey!
Of course it was for the freaking lights, so oh my god, I did all that for those.
Oh.
How long are you going to keep them on anyway? I already think you're adorable, so you can take them off. So Yugo thinks Eito was adorable? Should I? I don't mind, but are you sure it'll be alright? What does that mean? Hey, talk to me. Isn't Eito acting a little strange? Strange how? His reactions are off. Where is he looking? They did something to his freaking vision. What the hell, Eito? Eito. This is 100% whatever has happened to Eito is a result of what the Academy did to him. And before, obviously you guys know I'd say this, like, just because you don't have vision or if you're blind or partially blind doesn't mean you can't live a normal life, by the way. But to do it to yourself, like, in order to, like, what seems to be, because what he was very upset about was the idea of, like, I don't know, like, he kept, like, thinking about it every time we were talking about how he sees us. This is the Academy that did this. Yeah. Jesus Christ, what did they do to his vision? Hey, Eito.
Oh.
Yes, Takumi? Nozomi's right, something is off. His reactions are clearly different from yesterday. Oh my freaking god. It's hard to tell with those sunglasses, but he doesn't seem to be looking at me in the eye. Oh no. Eito, could you take those sunglasses off? I don't mind, I just worry you may not like what you see. What did you do? With that, Eito took the sunglasses in hand, removing them with an awkward motion. We all gasped. What did he do? There was not... What are you talking about? There was nothing behind them. Did he take out his eyes? Nothing at all... Saray, why would you authorize this? Nothing at all the place where his eyes used to be. Oh, of course he would, because he's gonna be able to fight. Just two gaping black holes.
Eito, your eyes!
Oh my god, Eito.
Yes, sorry to disturb you. I took them out.
Oh my freaking god, what the hell? The mother... I was gonna say mother effing, but like the freaking... That Academy drove this to happen. That disgusting thing they did to his memories and his perception and his cognition. To rip out his own eyes, to take out his own eyes. What the freaking hell?
Took them out? Here, see for yourselves.
Eito sends his hand in the center of his palm. What?
I gouged
Eito!
my eyes out last night, all on my
Eito,
own.
that's not... Do you see what I mean when I say this is someone who needs help? Who needs, like, someone.
Pretty clean work, isn't it? I thought I'd hold on to them as a keepsake.
Oh my god, Eito.
Like a parent with an umbilical cord.
I don't think that's the same thing. Try not to stare too much. I know it's hard because obviously his eyes are gone. Why, how could you not? But like, Jesus Christ. What is wrong with you? You gouge out your own eyes? Eito put his sunglasses back on and responded in a calm tone. That is one of the... How did every single turn do they keep surprising me with stuff? But no, and I'm not. I shouldn't be surprised by that. But it's more just like this is one of the most like craziest things that I've seen in this game, and that's saying so freaking much. He gouged out his own eyes. Do you know how painful that would be? Do you know how much effort that would be? How much like think about how hard it is sometimes for people to jump into a pool sometimes because they're scared. Think of how hard it is sometimes for people to pick out a piece of glass out of their skin if it gets stuck there, or a thorn. People wince. They hold back. They go, it hurts. He gouged out his freaking eyes. So I wouldn't have to look at your ugly faces. Oh my god. The Academy will pay. I'm sorry. Like I don't want to be showered with freaking riches when we get back. I want to end them all. I want to end everyone who was involved in this project. Done. That's the reason you're blinded yourself. I want them all gone. I want them all gone. How does anyone end up? How do you think it's okay to bring someone into this situation as well? Like that they have their freaking cognition like this, that they see the world like this, and you think it's okay? That's the reason you blinded yourself. Why would you do that? Was it looking us horrible of an experience? The way you described it was like blood curdling. I couldn't stand it. Until now, I believe my eyes were righteous eyes that reflected. Oh my god, he's changed his view on his eyes even. But that was nothing more than a false memory, just manufactured hatred. I knew it was all a lie. But so long as I had these eyes in my head, I couldn't help but loathe you. This is my only option to change that. Wait, does that mean?
I'll give it to you straight. I want you to let me back on the team.
Jesus frickin' Christ. You know what's so funny? I'm not even thinking about the goddamn team, Eito. I'm not. And I don't mean to be rude, but I'm just not even thinking about that at all right now. I'm thinking about how like this is like something that no one should have ever been driven to do. Yes, I know that he did some horrible stuff, right? 100%. Like we need to understand this. He did horrible things. There's no excuse for the stuff that he did. But his cognition was changed and falsified. His memories were falsified. And because of the Academy, he's ended up, this is the route he's taken, he's ended up regretting his feelings towards us and ripping out his own eyes. You gotta be kidding. Yeah, we're not falling for that. You're just planning on stabbing us to the back later, aren't you? He has no eyes. And again, Gaku says like all the stuff that we would be terrified to. It is still a worry, but like Jesus Christ, like holy hell. Don't be ridiculous. I can't see your backs anymore. Oh my god, the dark humor. Am I supposed to laugh at that? Yeah, it's very dark humor.
Yeah.
By the way, I re-registered Atsuki, the Revive-O-Matic, after the defensive battle the other day. I also tweaked the settings so now that when he's revived, he'll come back exactly the way you said. That is lethally disgusting. He'll come back with no eyes every single time. Ooh. Yeah, I bet he did. He's tormented by this now. Like, not only his hatred was a falsified thing his whole freaking life, and it was something that was implanted into him. That's what you're doing with him? So even Eito gets murked and comes back, he's not going to be able to see? This is an expression of my commitment. Eito, that's what worries me. That you were driven to this moment. That's what worries me. Now I can't see your ugly visage. I don't have to hate you anymore. That is so brutal. That is so freaking brutal what they did to this guy. This is what I say. Again, we don't excuse any of the things he's done. But he's an ultra freaking victim. Out of everything. The stuff they did to him is horrible. Won't you accept me as your comrade once again? I genuinely do want to fight with you. Is he being serious? I can't even like enjoy the fact that we have the rare snarky emo face. Why this all of a sudden? It's not sudden at all. I've been on my mind ever since I found out the truth. I saw it in his eyes. I've seen this. It's just that sometimes in your own world you don't notice this stuff. Honestly, even before then, ever since Takumi spared my life and took me back. Also now I despise all of humanity. So I kept everyone at arm's length and even killed my own family. Jesus Christ. Or so I was made to believe. Yeah, imagine that they... Oh my god. He had the memory of killing his family that was false as well. That's insane. What? There's nobody that I love. That's my family I killed. Not only... Like, because here's the thing. He had a malfunction, right? And is the memory a part of the malfunction too, or is it just the cognition? Because if it is the memory that is a malfunction as well, then obviously that's different. But if it's not, then after the failure of the cognition, they implanted this in his brain as well. That he killed his family, and no one loved him, and he didn't love anybody. I was made to believe that destroying mankind and all of its hideousness was my sacred duty. But it was no more than a false motive born from false memories. My hatred, my righteous eyes, all the suffering I felt spending time around ugly human beings. Every last second of it was a mere glitch. I can't. His whole worldview has been turned upside down, inside out, and destroyed. Oh my god. Speaking of with quivering voice, Eito dropped his eyes on the floor. Eito.
I can't stand it.
Jesus. Oh my freaking god. It wasn't just... I thought he dropped him out of like... Oh my god. I thought he dropped him out of like being shaky. You know, he dropped it on purpose. He crushed his own eyeballs with a vigorous stomp of his heel. Jesus. What is this game? What the hell are you doing? I felt empty. I'm sure all of you did too. But despite that, you got back on your feet and started to move on. Even though you were betrayed and manipulated, you decided to fight for your comrades. I never imagined I would feel this way, but it's beautiful to me. Beautiful? I had another thought too. Everything I'd seen so far was entirely surface level. It would be better for me to tear out my eyes. If I did, then I would be able to see... I would be able to see your innate beauty? Eito, what the hell? So he's saying that if he doesn't have eyes, he can see us for what we are beyond our superficial stuff. And that's why you did this? What are you talking about? I burned my nasal mucosa too? I wouldn't be able to bear the stench of your... That is... He tortured himself. He tortured himself. I do not care. I do not want the life of luxury. I want to go onto that satellite and end every single person who did this thing. Who started this whole thing. I don't care if you were someone who was there. I don't care if someone who just agreed to it. You were done. This is what your brutality and your warmongering has led to. This happening. This asshole can't be serious. This asshole needs help. Legitimately. I've never seen someone who needs to be helped so much more in my life. Honestly, I still feel like humanity...
I still feel like humanity ought to be wiped out for all I care. If anything, those feelings have only grown.
I'm with you with the commanders. I'm with you with the leaders. I'm with you with like the president. Where I'm with you with that stuff, but not the people.
But I can still fight if it's for all of you.
That's crazy that the way that it's gone now is like there's a beauty to it in him enjoying in loving us for our innate beauty of like what is like on the inside. But it's hard to get past the fact that he just stepped on his eyes and he burnt his nasal passages. Insane.
I can bear humanity's sins and fight for my beautiful comrades, who are in turn fighting for each other.
And I love that they're playing this music in the background too, by the way. Because it isn't like just this big like, oh my god, what an amazing moment. It's a terrifying moment. It's almost like I need to catch up my breath after all this.
It seems that although I once hated you, I've actually grown to love you.
And again, that love comes from like his whole worldview being destroyed. Oh my god, you can't just confess like that. So I'll ask you once more. Allow me to rejoin the team of your comrade. I want to fight alongside you with you for a little for what little time remains. Talk to me, what do we do? It's hard to think he's lying if he's so resolved that he gouged out his own eyes.
Huh?
He's still the person who got in bed with the enemy, you know. There's no telling what there might be, how things might shake out. But it's clear now that we're not human, so what reason we have to hate us besides me being such a dweeb? I mean, we're trying to save humanity, though. You cannot be serious. This is freaking psycho ripped out his own eyeballs. Again, I think what Gaku's saying here, right, is... I don't want to say it's an appropriate reaction because obviously like it's a very like touchy situation. You don't want to just shout something like this right across the room. But it is a horrifying situation. Like, this is traumatic for everyone around as well. If we consider our upcoming fight with Veshness, the more fighters we have, the better. Screw that, I ain't getting behind this. I don't trust that freak. Hey, now, let's not argue. How about we listen to the opinion of our team leader instead? Well, Takumi, this is a choice, isn't it? I'll get the choices up as we're going through this. Think very hard whether we can really trust him. He did kill me before. Oh my god, wait, oh my god, what's the answer going to be if that's the way it's being said? You know what I mean? I'd rather not be murdered again. I'm sure you understand. Make your decision wisely. They're basically saying don't do it. Oh my god, that's lethal. Well, Takumi, will you let me join you? Eito betrayed us. He did nothing but deceive us last time around. He destroyed Saray and killed Hiruko and framed Nozomi, and in the end, he killed Shion. But he's not the same person he was back then. He's different now that he knows the truth. And above all else, right now, we need all the fighting power we can get. Can we really trust him? Should we trust him? Can I really say for certain that he won't ruin everything for us in the end? It is a choice, and the answer is actually pretty freaking crazy. It's pretty crazy. The fact that we have to choose this after Hiruko said to our face, I do not want to be murdered again, is insane. Right in front of us, Hiruko's like, don't let me be murdered again. Let's take him in. Such a brutal moment. Okay, I'm going to trust you one last time.
Thank you.
It means a lot to me just to hear that. It is crazy though, by the way, to trust him after like the 3 betrayals. You know what I mean? Wait a second, talk to me. Are you for real? Like for real? You're gonna trust this creep? All of the reactions are appropriate. By the way, they are. No matter what we have, no matter what, like my bad feelings for what happened to Eito, they're all appropriate. For them to trust someone who went against them 3 times now, technically twice in this timeline, you know, in the canon, whatever. But like in our lifetime, Calvin's lifetime, your lifetime, like for what we've seen in this playthrough 3 times. At the very least, his commitment is genuine. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gone to these lengths. It is a brutal length. A brutal length. I think he went a little too far, personally. He did something that, like, it would be considered torture and brutality if it's done to anyone else. But if I didn't do this, I'd be too focused on his external appearances. This dude changed, his worldview changed so much that this is what he did. There's not much I can do about my hearing, so unfortunately your voice is still grating to me. Yeah, Jesus Christ. How dare you slander my Maleficent's voice? I understand your uneasiness, but please, let's give him a chance to prove himself. Saying that to this room as well, they have totally a right to be against this choice. It's all so we can protect each other, so we can survive. If that's Mr. Sumaru's decision, we'll have to go along with it. But if you take so much as one step out of line, Mr. Atsuki, you'll get what's coming to you. That's fair. This is so fair. Right? You all agree that's totally fair. Everyone in the home, you agree? Everyone in the room, you agree? That's totally fair. What you just said. Understood. I'll remain in my cage unless I'm needed. To show my gratitude, I'll take care of the cleaning the school. I'll even clean your bathrooms if you like. No, you do not need to do this. I do not need someone who's just gouged out their eyes and burned their nasal passages and burned their nose to also be our servant. I don't need it. You know what I mean? I do not need it. No, thank you. At any rate, I'm glad to be back. I'll do everything I can to be useful. Would you mind if I rested for today? My eyes are still... Oh my Jesus Christ. Hey, yes. Get him some painkillers. I'll clean Atsugi's smudged eyeballs off the floor. Yeah, you better. Your academy is responsible for this. Don't remind me, I've still completely did that. He needs help. He needs help. It's like... Please excuse me the mess. It was a heat of a moment thing. They will pay. What they did, they will pay. They will pay. After seeing what Eito did, none of us had an appetite anymore. I gulped down a drink and went back to my room. I'm ending the video here, guys. I know it's a wilder place to end the video, but like, and I know the video is like, I try to do an hour at least, but this week has been hectic, so like, obviously I haven't gone a bit longer. We're getting close to the end of this route anyway, so like, it's not like we have to rush to the end or anything like that, or we want to rush to the end. Something I want to say before we get into all the Eito conversations, because we've already talked about like my feelings there and what my feelings are on that, but I love that Ima's right away is just like, we have to trust what Takumi says. They are 100% of the mindset. If we're going to put the burden on Takumi to decide these things, then we have to accept what he says. And I do think that's a very, very lovely thing. Because it's one of those situations where like if you're willing to like put everything on one thing and then it fail and then it doesn't do the thing you want, then there's no use like crying. No, that's not what I'm saying. There's no use complaining about it because it's one of those things that you should have made the decision then yourself. But like obviously I do think crying and complaining is 100% okay. I want to make that clear. Like this is a decision that like if they came to me right now, like a bunch of characters were just like, I can't deal with this. This is not a good decision. You'd understand. You would understand everything they said was exactly true, right? He did betray us. He betrayed us technically 3 times now. Well, twice and 2.5. This time we captured him in a cage very early and he just left the cage, right? And the second time wasn't really a betrayal. At that point, he was already in the cage. You know what I mean? I wouldn't count those as betrayals. The first time was a betrayal. So I'd say like at 1.5 betrayals, I would say. Because I don't count it as a betrayal if he was already trapped in the cage as like a prisoner and then left and joined a different team. That's like, that's not a betrayal. That's just he escaped and came back and attacked us. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. If that makes sense. But he did join the other side, and then obviously like the other side is righteous. Not Veshness, by the way. I mean like that side was righteous originally in the war. But still. Eito, what happened to Eito here, and I'm just going to keep it brief because we don't need to talk about it forever because we all saw it. One of the most brutal situations I've ever seen in a game. This is a character who I have gone from loving as a best friend to despising as a character who had done so much horrible things to our characters. To a character who once again betrayed us and made me want to, who creeped me out with the jokey Eito, the quote unquote mind altered Eito. And then once again betrayed us, and once again I had a feeling of hatred for him. Not hatred, but dislike for him, I suppose, is the way you could put it. To this route, where more and more in this route, I've been supporting him more just because he's been revealing all the truthful stuff about this world. I still disagree with like all the stuff he did before. I still have that feeling where like I despise what he did to all those characters. He's the reason what happened to Ima. He's the reason for what happened to all those characters who died. To Hiruko as well. He is the reason that happened. Because he killed Hiruko. There's no excusing that, right? But I've gotten to the point with Eito where I just think he just freaking needs someone to help him. Like, here's the thing, it's either that or like what? He kills everyone and he dies. Or he dies. There's the options. Help, get him help when we get back to the satellite. Kill him now, trap him in a cage forever, or him killing everybody. There's the only routes I see. Really, it's the only routes I see. I can totally sit here and say to you guys that I totally understand that, like, this is him showing his determination, but this determination that he's showing is from a place of pain that he got his feelings and his emotions and his whole life wrong for such a long time. That's what he's feeling right now. That he was wrong. And that's brutal to even think about. When you have your worldview changed, but how about your whole life change? And how about the hatred that was implanted in you changed? He did what he did here, and it's absolutely brutal and crazy, and he's still in pain as he did this, right? But I want to make it perfectly clear, and I stand by this. The Academy is responsible. The leaders of the Academy are responsible for this. They're responsible in the end. Even though Eito, again, I'm not saying, not excusing what Eito did to Hiruko at all. They're responsible for Hiruko's death at that time. They're responsible for the betrayal he did in the first route. They're responsible for all of that. That is their fault. It doesn't mean we can forgive Eito for what happened at that time, but what it does mean, you know what I mean? I'm saying like he still did the action that hurt us. It's still hurtful, but it is 100% the Academy's fault that all that happened. They did that. That lad standing there with his burnt nose and his eyes ripped out, stamping on his own eyes in the hall, that is Soray's people. That is the Academy. That is the Kamakura General Hospital. That is them. And I don't have any issue saying it. I would shout to the rooftops. If they gave the option at the end of this game to end all of those guys, Easy. Easy, 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 easy. Wouldn't even think twice. Gone. Wouldn't even think twice. The brutality that they've shown, the cruelty that has been put upon our characters, and now we see where it's led to with Eito. All of these moments are where we lead to with Eito. It's literally this. You can trace back anything. And I don't want to take away individual actions, but that's why I'm always saying, like, these characters are still real. But even the stuff like where like Ima got shot earlier or hit earlier when trying to protect Kako, the reason why Kako felt that way is because she had a feeling in her brain that she wanted to separate herself from her brother like that, because she was also always brought up to be dependent on her brother. So then it messed with her mind to the point that like she wanted to move out, and like all the, and that's when Ima got hurt. Like all of this stuff was like because of these implanted memories and them trying to escape those implanted memories or change their minds. It is so brutal when you think about it. The Academy is the true villain of this whole story, and it always will be. The Kamakura General Hospital. As soon as they found out there was a malfunction in Eito, he should have been taken out of that experiment. Somehow they should have helped him. They should have done everything to see if they could help him as a clone. But I say that, but they wouldn't have done that because look what they did to Ima and Kako. Look what they did to Gaku. Look what they did to Darumi. All these backstories that are just hurtful. They will pay. That's the thing. I think they will get away with it. That's the problem. Guys, that's going to do for this episode. This was a brutal episode, an absolutely crazy amount of things happening. I thank you guys for watching this series, and thank you always for supporting me and for supporting this channel. It really does mean the world. You're amazing. If you want us to become a member, you can below. If you want to become a patron, you can also do that in the description below. And I would definitely always appreciate that, guys, as well. And speaking of patrons and YouTube members, thank you to my patrons at the highest tier: Tyfire 2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicitas Felix, Yuled, Radish, and Nusta, Lynx Markey, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Heck, Leon, Hikesberry, and Jared being them at the highest tier by YouTube. We're all giving 7 and Blasco. And I'll see you all so soon. Bye bye.